Okay, good afternoon students. So today we will continue with reflection of sound. Reflection of sound. Okay, so we talked about reflection of sound as in the case of light, how light is traveled or how light is reflected. In the similar manner, sound also reflects. That means incident sound, okay, incident sound and reflected sound, the angle of incident sound and the angle of reflected sound are always equal, okay, and it depends upon the surface of the object. Okay, as for example, if it is smooth, it will, or if it is hard, it will reflect, and if it is made up of if it is not that much hard, if it is rough, the sound is absorbed. Okay, so we will talk about few uses of multiple reflection. Okay, few uses of multiple reflection. So number one, we have microphones. Okay, multiple reflections are used in microphones, horns, okay, musical instruments, etc. Okay, like microphones. Okay, mostly microphones are made up of tube. That means let's take an example of all these things. These all are made, these objects are made some how in a, what you can say, in a cylindrical shape. Okay, as for example, we will take an example of a flute. Okay, so when we produce a sound, the sound travels like this. It is reflected multiple times and it reaches towards the other end. Okay, similar is the case with microphones, horns and musical instrument. Why it is used? It is used or it is made like this so that it can be heard at a certain point. Okay, as for example, the horns of the vehicles. Okay, if it is made open, what will happen? It will be reflected. Okay, it will be reflected in other places. Okay, it can reflect it back, but we mostly focus on the front as the vehicles will move at a uniform direction. Okay, similar is the case with musical instrument also. Okay, if the musician play the Senai or what you can say, the flute, he will where he will face, the sound will produce near him, in front of him, not at the back side. Yes, at the back side also people can hear, but it will be heard in a feeble sound. Okay, so Senais are all designed to send sound in a particular directions. So they have designs to send sound in particular direction. And the method of multiple reflection is used here. Here means in this instrument. So in this instruments, a tube followed by a conical openings reflect sound successively to guide most of the sound wave from the source in the forward direction towards the audience. That means most of the sound is traveled in a forward directions. Okay, the sound is traveled in the forward direction as I told, or as the application is said. Second application, stethoscope. What is stethoscope? It is the device used by doctors to hear the heartbeat, mostly heartbeat. Okay, mostly heartbeat, but in some cases, if a person is suffering from a cough, okay, cough can accumulate in the chest cavity also. Okay, so the sound of the cough or the crumblings of the stomach can also be heard by this stethoscope. So it is also a tube-like structure. Same, it is also a tube-like structure where a conical disc is placed at one end and a tube is placed here. Okay, like our, what you can say, headphone. Okay, like our headphone. Like our headphone. So this is placed at one end. Suppose this is this point is made like a disc, okay, and it is kept in a chest, and through that, what you can say, tube, okay, the sound is traveled, and that can be heard at the receiver. That can be heard at the receiver. So second one was stethoscope used by the doctors, okay, mainly in the heartbeats, lungs can be observed, okay, or can be heard. So third one, number one, microphones, that means musical instruments, horns. Second, stethoscope used by the doctors. Third, we have the ceiling or the concrete halls, conferences and cinema halls are curved so that sounds after reflecting reaches all corners of the hall. That means the ceiling of the hall is made round. When you go to cinema hall, you will, if you see the ceiling, you will see it is either curved or it is not flat, most probably. Why so? So that when sound is produced, it can be heard, the audience can hear the sound. The audience can hear the sound. Okay. A curved subboard may be placed behind the stage so that sound after receiving from the soundboard spreads eventually across the width of the hall. That means it can be heard by everyone. Okay, so if it is not done, what will happen? The sound may form an echo. Okay, multiple sounds can be heard. So instead of doing that, the structure of the auditorium or the cinema hall is made in such a condition, okay, so that it can be, the sound can be heard by the people clearly. Okay, so this was all about application of or use of multiple reflection of sound. Multiple reflection of sound. So now we will move towards range of hearing. Range of hearing means its intensity, mostly intensity of hearing. Okay, so sound that we produced, it can be low, it can be high. Okay, so even animals also produce sound, but we can't hear the sound of the animal. Why? Because either the sound produced by the animals are more than our audibility or less than our audibility. So in this case, we will talk about range of hearing. Range of hearing. So range of hearing can be measured by hertz. It can be measured by hertz. As for example, if I say that I can hear the sound of 60 hertz, okay, 60 hertz at Z, not HR. Okay, that means the sound is audible to me. The sound is audible to me. That means we have two types of sound. Number one, inaudible, and another one, audible. If you will take human into consideration, So the audible range of sound for human being extends from about 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Okay, so the audible sound is at around 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. That means if the sound is 30 hertz, we can hear. Okay, if it is 60, if it is 100 also, if it is 1000 also, if it is 10,000 also, if it is 18,000 also, we can hear. That means we can hear it. Okay, sometimes what happens, a slight sound is heard. Okay, slight sound is heard. That means when you are sleeping and the sound comes from the kitchen or the bathroom. Okay, either the pests are moving. Okay, so what will happen? You will hear the sound, and that sound which you hear are above 20 hertz. That means it can be 30 hertz. And the sound of what you can say, the jet. Okay, a sound of helicopters, the fan of the helicopters, or sound of what you can say, thunders. Okay, it can be up to more than 10,000 hertz. It can be 15,000 hertz also. 15,000 hertz. Okay, so the sound which we can't hear are called inaudible. And what are those sounds? Those sounds are divided into two categories. Number one, less than 20 hertz, which is also called infrasonic, and more than 20,000 hertz, which is called ultrasound or ultrasonic sound. Okay, so the child, sometimes what happens, they cry, or they becomes active by hearing some sound. Okay, that means they can hear the sound, up to 20,000 hertz. That means they can hear the sound of ultrasonic sound. Okay, they can hear ultrasonic sound. Okay, that's why they will become active. Even animals like dogs, cats, they can hear the sound. Okay, that's why they bark at night. Even at the daytime also they bark, and we think that they are barking. No, they can hear the sound from different sources. That's why they are barking. It becomes what you can say, the change in the environment. They can hear the sound. Okay, and audible sound, they have not been mentioned any, because inaudible sounds, if it is less than 20 hertz, it is called infrasonic. If it is more than 20,000 hertz, it's called ultrasonic sound. Okay, so as people grow older, the ear becomes less sensitive, higher frequency. Sound of frequency below 20,000 are called infrasonic sound or infrasound. That means below 20 hertz. Okay, so if we could hear infrasonic sound, we could hear the vibration of the pendulum, just as we hear the vibration of the wings of the bee. Okay, rhinoceros communicate using infrasonic of frequency as low as 5 hertz. Whales, elephants produce sound in infrasonic range. That means animals like rhinoceros, whale, elephants can hear the sound less than 20 hertz, and the sound produced by the earthquake is less than 20 hertz also. It's less than 20 hertz. Okay, so earthquakes produce a low frequency infrasound before the main shock waves begins, which possibly alerts the animals. Okay, that means there was a case, the tsunami which occurred in 2014. I think the year 2014. What happens before the tsunami strikes? So tsunami, as you all know, tsunami occurs due to underground earthquake. Okay, underground earthquake in the water. So as we discussed that earthquake produce the sound less than 20 hertz, and these sounds can be heard by rhinoceros, whales and elephants. Okay, so when during tsunami in 2014, some activities, okay, some abnormal activities are seen in the elephants. Okay, they become what it can say, inactive, they were not normal. Okay, either they were trumping or making sound, or they were trying to break the chains. Why they were doing so? Because they can hear the sound of the earthquake. But as we all know, we can't understand the language of animals. So in near future, to understand or to know where earthquakes or tsunami is occurring, various scientists, they are taking the help of animals, especially elephants. That means behavioral change. During natural disaster. During or just before natural disaster. Okay, we can't stop the earthquake or the tsunami, but we can prepare ourselves when these changes can be seen. Okay, that means if you have more than 6 hours also, okay, if you have more than 6 hours, yes, the beaches or the people residing near the ocean beds, that means near the sea, near the ocean, okay, they can be vacant, they can be removed in the safer place. So this is being done. Okay, so it's very important to understand the range of hearing. Okay, then another one, frequencies higher than 20,000 hertz are called ultrasonic sound. Ultrasonic sound is produced by animals such as dolphins, bats and porpoise. Okay, so ultrasonic sound, that means sound which are more than 20,000 hertz. Okay, they have higher frequencies. And animals like bats, dolphins and porpoise. It's a type of dolphin only. Okay, it is the dolphin and porpoise. They are categorized in the same family. Okay, POISE, porpoise. Okay, so they can hear the ultrasounds. Okay, as we all know, bats don't have a good visibility. Okay, or we can say bats are blind. Okay, that means they are not completely blind. Okay, they don't have a good vision. So how do they hunt? It's not possible for them to hunt. So they use the sonic, or what you can say, the reflections of sound for hunting. Reflection of sound for hunting. Okay, so dolphins, bats and porpoise. Moths of certain families have very sensitive hearing equipments. These moths can hear the high frequency squeaks of the bats and know when a bat is flying nearby and are able to escape captures. Rats also play games by producing ultrasound. Okay, by producing ultrasound. So there are different animals. There are different animals like moths, rats. Okay, as we all know, in an ecosystem we have both what can be said, okay, I forgot the name, both okay, so I'll not use the word. Okay, so bats, they usually hunt by using the ultrasound that they produce. Okay, so they release the ultrasound sound, and when that sound is reflected in the prey, okay, what happens? The moths and the rats, what happens? They also escape. So they have some adaptation to the environment to run away from the bat. Similar is the case with lion, tiger and to that of deer. Okay, so deer have a good hearing, so they can hear a slight sound also, and by hearing so they can run away from the lion and tiger. Okay, but they also have a hunting capabilities. So what I am trying to say is that all living organisms, they are adaptive to the environment in terms of surviving. Okay, so here bat use ultrasonic sound for hunting, and the prey, they also use ultrasonic sound to escape from the hunters, okay, or the bats. Now let's move towards hearing aid. Okay, so there are some people who can't hear. Okay, that means some defects can be in the ears. Okay, so they use hearing aid. Okay, so what are these hearing aids? It is a device which helps them to receive the sound. So people with hearing loss may need a hearing aid. Hearing aid is an electronic battery operated device. The hearing aid receives sound through a microphone. The microphone converts. Okay, that means it is an electronic device which has a microphone which captures sound. This microphone captures sound wave and convert into electrical signal and are amplified by an amplifier. Okay, which are amplified by an amplifier, and the amplifier electrical signals are given to the speaker of a hearing aid. The speaker converts the amplified electrical signals to sound and sent to ear for clear hearing. Okay, that means hearing aids are devices which are used by the person who can't hear, and they have a microphone which receives the sound from the environment, which is converted into electrical signal, and these electric signals are sent to the brain, okay, at other parts of the ear. Okay, so that he or she can hear and respond.